Have you been trying to get some new graphics cards or CPUs, but everywhere is just out of stock, or you don't want to pay scalper prices? Well, I've kind of put together a guide today of how my experiences getting these parts have been since I did get a 3070, and I can maybe help you get the product that you're desiring. So let's get into it. First of all, let's start off with the GPUs, because this is what most people are concerned about. It's pretty bad right now. There's some pretty bonkers prices going around. This is from Newegg. These two MSI cards are both pretty high end, but that is above 3080 MSRP. But you sort of need to get used to seeing really expensive prices at this point. I mean, just look at, like, if this doesn't tell you prices are not what they should be, there's nothing that will. Basically, you know, there's been tariffs, there's been a lot that's happened since these launched, and finding them at, you know, like an RX 6900 XT for $1,000, that's very hard to do. A 3070 for $500, that's like impossible. A 6800 XT for $650, like, all of these are just really bad, but some prices are okay. I've had luck with Best Buy. Here you can see Founders Edition just for $500 of the 3070. The 4013, it should be a bit cheaper in my opinion, but it is a pretty high-end card. Same with the Strix. And here's some 3080s for comparison. That's actually not a bad price for either of those, but of course they're out of stock. So how can you actually find these? Now, let's start off with probably the easiest method, because I could have actually gotten more GPUs if I wanted to by now, just through AMD's website. A lot of the time, AMD's website will just have restocks of pretty much everything. You can find CPUs, which I'll talk about later, and then GPUs. And just add a cart and check out, and you should have them. And they're all MSRP reference cards. And I actually really like the design of the reference, you know, 6000 series cards. They are pretty nice, and they actually do have good performance. If you don't know how good they are, go watch some reviews. I can't really bring you those. I don't have these cards, but they're great actually. So you could get those. I've also had a lot of luck with Best Buy. That's where I got my 3070. They have this system where once in a while, like, everything comes in stock, but it's interesting because it'll show like an interesting add to cart that you can actually like click it, but then it will say like please wait, and they have this thing where it'll just be waiting to turn yellow add to cart, and as soon as it turns to add to cart, you have to click it as fast as you can and check out before the next guy. And if you're able to be fast enough, you can actually get a card. The problem is, when I bought my 3070, which was, I want to say, a month ago maybe, prices were a little bit better. I noticed my RTX 3070 Aorus Master was, I bought it for $650, and now it's basically $800 everywhere, which is kind of unfortunate. But anyway, other websites you can get this from: Newegg. Newegg has a lot of restocks, but at the same time, so many people know it and shop there that it's going to be a lot harder for you to get it overall. They also have the Newegg Shuffle. I've tried that to get like mainly like the 5900X, but it's not the easiest thing. You could get lucky, yeah, if you did it like every single time they have it. If you don't know what that is, it's basically like a lottery system where you sign up for what cards you want and they give you a chance of buying it. Of course, there's also the ASUS store. I've seen good prices there, but they have gone up. Just overall, from launch, prices have gone up so high. I remember when the Strix 3070 was like $600. That was the good days, but unfortunately, it's just not realistic anymore. If you want these cards, you have to pay more. That's just how it works. Other great websites would be EVGA, because they have this queue system where if you sign up for like the auto notification or whatever, they have like instructions on the site or something, but you can actually get in a queue, and when you're the next person in line, they will email you, and you have like 8 hours to respond and just buy the card, and it's reserved for you, and that's great. Okay, I don't know if there's like a limit of how many you can do. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the EVGA cards. I don't really like how they look. They don't match the aesthetic I'm going for. I mean, I already have a 3070, so I'm not even supposed to be considering them, but they have some good cards and actually some pretty good prices, I'm not gonna lie. You could get from B&H. I've seen a lot of restocks. Less people buy there. You might have a better chance of buying them, but you know, once again, there's my 3070, the Aorus Master for 800. I can't believe that. That's crazy. But Amazon, they often have third-party sellers selling them for. I mean, this card would probably go for like 2,500 there, but you could find them in stock sometimes just from Amazon for somewhat reasonable prices, but Amazon's a big store. A lot of people are always checking, so it's gonna be like Newegg. It's not that easy. MICROCENTER is different because they're more in-store. A lot of them are unavailable online, but I have to say, they often have the best prices you can find. So if you have a MICROCENTER near you, it might be worth checking. They also have, you know, 5900X. They have like a ton of great parts there. Zotac also gets a lot of stock. Personally, I think Zotac cards look kind of cool. They also have a nice white variant, but I don't know about the pricing, and I don't know. If you can get it, it's probably honestly worth it, but let's go to CPUs now. If you can get a GPU, then good luck out there, but I have to say, CPUs are actually a lot easier. Which is kind of ironic because I'm still trying to get a 5900X while I have a 3070, but essentially, once again, AMD's website is amazing. The 5800X has literally non-stop been in stock for days in a row. Like, if you want a 5800X, go to AMD.com, buy it. $450. Do I recommend you buy 5800X? Not really. The 5900X is a much better deal. It's going to give you a lot more longevity, and it's overall just a better value proposition. Same with the 5600X, but it's still a very fast CPU. All of these CPUs are very fast. I mean, you could even go for last gen. They have 3900X, but I would stick with, you know, current the 5000 series. Anyway, Best Buy also, same thing with the graphics cards. They have that same kind of queue system I've been trying to do, where it'll turn yellow. You don't really know when. It'll turn yellow, add to cart, and you just gotta click that as fast as you can. And if you get it in checkout mode, then it's reserved for you. So you can take your time putting in your information, make sure you get it right, etc. So, yeah. You could also try the Newegg Shuffle again. Newegg currently doesn't have anything in stock, I don't think. But you can find them in stock, and Newegg Shuffle is great. Honestly, the hardest one to get is the 5900X because it's such a good CPU, and I think a lot of people want it. You can also get it from B&H. There's less options for the 5000 series, but I think it's actually easier to get them. There's more stock. And finally, Amazon. There's actually 5800X in stock right there. And MICROCENTER again. Look at the price on that 5600X. That's actually really good. So, yeah. However, if you can't get a 5900X or any 5000 series CPU, I'm not gonna lie, Intel is not a terrible option. I saw a Core i9-10900K recently for $400, which is kind of insane, actually. I've seen 10850Ks for around $330, also pretty good. You don't have to go for i9s, of course. They have great I really like the 10400F. It's just a great value. I mean, you can find that for like $150 probably on Newegg. But overall, hope this has sort of helped. Kind of gave you some websites, and quite honestly, the best thing to do, AMD.com, and try the EVGA queue system. It works. It should be fine. You could try Newegg Shuffle. It's possible that you'll get selected. It's not happened to me, but it certainly could happen to you. And finally, my best option for you is Best Buy. That's where I got my 3070. The sort of first person to click the add to cart button is kind of nice because you have time to, you know, get ready, make sure you have the card you want. It's not just it randomly comes in. Like, you'll know it's coming because you'll see it. And it is quite honestly not that hard, especially if you're going for a tier of card that not that many people are trying to get. If you're trying to go for like a 3080 Founders Edition, oh my god, that's going to be hard because a lot of people want that. It's a really good price, and 3080s are very popular. One last thing I'll say, if you can get into a Discord group that gives you notifications, you're set. Like, you're absolutely set. They will notify you when something comes in stock. They will notify you when Best Buy has their deals. Anything like that, it's great. That way you don't have to check. I've been using 2 of them. If I can link them in the description, I'll try to do that for you guys. But remember, Discord groups or any, you know, notification service is amazing. I've seen like live streams where there's live streaming card availability. I mean, if you don't have like a great way of checking that every 2 seconds, then honestly, if something comes in stock, it's gonna be, you have to be really fast. I highly recommend what you do is you have like saved credit card information, so that as soon as it's in stock, you just press add to cart. Like if I go back to Amazon here, the buy now feature, literally, you just click that, you click again, done. That's what you need to do. You need to be fast. You need to make sure you get the processor or GPU that you want. And hopefully you guys get some GPUs. I'm sorry that the market right now is kind of trash, but good luck out there.